There we go.
Helicopter coming in. Please remove it immediately. You're not
Right, the restaurant is van parked in the helicopter field. If you don't move it within half an hour or even 2 minutes, we're going to...
Bartender, the line post is silver. What are you?
Oh, yeah? Not yet. Are you kidding me?
Say were very popular with the showmen for hauling what they call the side lots, which is the coconut shies and the side stalls. That sort of fare in days gone by would have moved from village to village on a daily basis. And these little engines would be pulling the load from village to village, and then they would put the belt on and generate power to light up the rides in the evening. Next off, a lot of engines left pre-1900, so this is one of the earlier engines that's in preservation. Tom bought this engine in 1963 and since then has rebuilt it completely. It's had major boiler work, gearing and so on, and it runs beautifully. This is a typical agricultural engine, the next size up really from the little tractor we've been talking about, and you can see that this one is on its steel wheels. The original roads, of course, were only rough stone roads. They were much softer roads than modern ones, so there was no need for springs on the engine, and they had these straight wheels, as we call them, which gave them good grip on the roads of old. Unfortunately today, they give you a very hard ride indeed, travelling on modern roads, but that's why quite a number of engines have gone on to be rubbered. And the next one coming in, the Wallace expansion engine, they've done the same thing that we've done with our own engine, which is to fit tractor tyres on the back to give you a little bit of spring when travelling on the road. They're also useful in that they give you some grip on a wet day like this. And that engine will move around this field with great confidence today with those tyres on. The Wallace engine, this is the third one that's just gone past the commenting point. Quite an interesting engine. Wallace had a number of features which were peculiar to their engine. The engine manipulated to their own engine, and he would have the same sort of argument put forward as why you should buy one make rather than another.
Just on in the main arena now, ladies and gentlemen, for your information, is the steam traction engine, the grand parade of steam traction engines. So if you'd like to come down and have a look at that, it's on in the main arena, and the commentator is Mr. Andrew Semple.
Thank you very much. Well, the next one coming around now, number 4 in the programme. As usual, they're all coming in and coming around now. This is a particularly interesting engine, one of only 9 that were made. They're quite unique. This particular engine is the only one of its sort. I think, Richard, there were 3 altogether that survived, aren't there, of the Gibbons and Robinson and what's each? 4. Out of a total of 9, am I right on that? Yeah, well, something like that, yeah. So you can imagine, if they only made 9 altogether or thereabouts, to have, and it has recreated quite a lot of the engine, and got it back into working order as it is today, and it is a particularly fine exhibit. Another agricultural engine, as I was mentioning earlier, with the steel wheels. Well, the next one round, the Pirate, Tristan Jones. These are interesting little engines, and the rubber ring would be pressed off the wheel and new ones fitted in their place. Unfortunately, that facility is not available today, so that re-rubbering an engine is quite a challenge. That particular little engine, like the little man tractor that's following it, were built to conform to the Road Locomotive Act, which decreed that any engine weighing less than 5 tons could be driven by 1 man. So, both were new to customers in Wales, and both of them still reside in the Principality, and this one has remained a local engine for most of its life in South Wales. Now we're getting to something a little bit bigger. We've got Robin Webber coming in with Gordon Williams' Fowler gun haulage engine. Now, you'll notice that this is a very much bigger engine. It's been fitted with rubber tyres later in its life. But this engine was built to the order of the Army for moving heavy guns during the First War. And with that in mind, it's fitted with a winding drum underneath the boiler barrel, looking a little bit like the flying engine, which we shall see later on. But it was intended to be used for moving heavy guns. Where they couldn't pull them by direct traction, they would drop the load off, attach the winch. He has built this car. He started off with a Locomobile engine. Locomobile were a well-known American steam car builder from Bridgeport in Connecticut. It's the braking system as it comes around. There's a varnished wooden stick on the outside which rubs a block on the back wheel. So braking needs to be planned a little bit in advance. An emergency brake application has a completely different meaning on this to a modern vehicle. But it's nice to see it.
Brutal. Right.